Toddler sleep troubleshooting continues. My 2.5-year-old has spent the last 6 months sleeping from 4 or 5 in the morning until 10 every day. We are lucky. She will nap for like 30 minutes around 1 p.m., but still she can operate on, like you said, 5 to 6 hours of sleep. What am I doing wrong? Nothing. Babies and toddlers, their schedules can get shifted outside of what is ideal for their own rhythm, like their own circadian rhythm, their own clock. So the first thing that I would want to do is start the morning in the morning, because right now with having that early morning wake up, she's essentially then going back to sleep and having like a really long nap in the morning. So being up at 10 is not gonna increase any chances that you're gonna even have a shot at a nap, but she might be overtired on some days and then you go ahead and get like 30 minutes in. So we would want to cap her in the morning. I would say for sure 8 a.m. latest if you want a chance at having a nap, and generally at 2.5 we can still be getting in a nap, even though 2-year-olds are pretty notorious for having periods of time where they go on nap strikes and they're like, I'm not taking my nap today. Year 2 could be a little bit funky and we can see some of that. So I would say 7:30 you would probably need to be your earliest. Anything after 6 a.m. is morning, but we generally don't have to wake little ones up that early in order to guarantee a nap. 7:30, 8 a.m. latest is where you're going to want to wake her. Not that that's not painful because they can be like little bears in the morning if they don't want to wake up, but we have to start shifting it, and we can't always just aim for an earlier nap if they don't have enough awake time coming off of the morning sleep. It's also really tempting with toddlers when we start to see that they're not napping, that we're like, oh, forget it, right? They're just not taking their nap. Unfortunately, with 2-year-olds, when they have too much of that, too many days where they're not napping, they can start to accumulate some sleep debt, which means they're just carrying around over tiredness, and then that can affect naps. That can affect like the like perpetuating the nap struggle, perpetuating the bedtime struggle, or night wakings, that sort of thing. So I would have more questions to dive deeper with you, but I would say for sure you have to start the morning earlier, painfully so, in order to align the rest of her day. And little ones are really adaptive in a way. Like they can have some messed up schedules and still seem right, like happy and normal, and like they're tolerating it. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's not negatively affecting their sleep. Like they could be getting better rest, but they are really adaptive. I see this a lot with daycares where they're either getting like really crappy sleep at daycare, yet they seem totally fine. They tend to adjust to their schedules. It just doesn't always mean that we're getting the best sleep possible. If you want to go deeper here and to the layers of sleep, we can totally do an explore call, but I would start with some scheduling shifts. Okay, love you, bye.